Hello friends, hope you are doing good in your holidays. As we have discussed in the previous topic about chemical equations. In this part we shall discuss the next chapter, acids, bases and salts. This is a new chapter, that is this you have it as a third chapter. Okay, before going to acids, bases and salts, let us discuss what are acids, what are bases and how salts are obtained. Okay, acids are the substances which are sour to taste. They turn blue litmus paper to red litmus paper. Bases are bitter to taste, soapy to touch, and turn red litmus paper to blue litmus paper. Acids turn blue litmus paper to red litmus paper. Bases turn red litmus paper to blue litmus paper. Okay, that's about acids and bases. Now you have something called as indicators. Litmus, turmeric, extracts of red cabbage and juices from certain flowers. Litmus, turmeric, red cabbage, juices of certain flowers are used as indicators. Indicators are the materials which show some color change for either acids or bases. Okay, litmus, the indicators are nothing but they are the materials which show some color change when acid or bases are added to them. They themselves are weak acids and weak bases. So these materials are used as litmus papers, the indicators. These are called natural indicators. You have chemical indicators also in your lab. They are called phenolphthalein and methyl orange. These two you can use as chemical indicators. Phenolphthalein doesn't show any color change for acid, but it turns pink for bases. Methyl orange, it turns yellow for bases. It turns red for acids. Methyl orange turns yellow for bases and it turns red for acids, whereas phenolphthalein turns pink for base, no color change for acid. So that's about the indicators. Hope you understood what is the definition of indicator. Indicators are those materials which show some color change when acid or bases are added to them. They themselves are weak acids or weak bases. All these litmus, turmeric, red cabbage, juices of certain flowers, these are all natural indicators. Artificial indicators are phenolphthalein and methyl orange. Phenolphthalein will turn phenolphthalein doesn't show any color change for acids, but it turns pink for bases. Methyl orange turns yellow for bases and it turns red for acids. You might have some idea about this in your 7th standard. You might have learnt about acids and bases. Now we shall discuss. We have some materials. We have taken some materials as samples. We shall discuss whether they are acids or bases by a small test. What you have to do is, here I have taken 9 different samples. Each of the sample you have to keep it in 4 different watch glasses. Take a drop of this solution in 4 different watch glasses. Then what is that you have to do is, you have to take each of this sample in 4 different watch glasses, and here you are taking red litmus paper. The next case you have to take blue litmus paper. To this add phenolphthalein and to this add methyl orange. Let us see what happens. With all these materials, this is red litmus paper, blue litmus paper, phenolphthalein and methyl orange. Or let's see what is going to happen. HCl is an acid. HCl means hydrochloric acid. So red remains red, blue changes to red litmus paper, phenolphthalein shows no change, methyl orange turns reddish. H2SO4 means sulfuric acid. So red litmus remains red, blue litmus changes to red litmus paper, no change in phenolphthalein, methyl orange turns reddish. HNO3 is nitric acid, red litmus paper remains red, blue litmus paper turns to red, no change in phenolphthalein, methyl orange turns reddish. CH3COOH is acetic acid, red litmus remains red, blue turns red, no change in phenolphthalein, methyl orange changes to reddish color. NaOH is sodium hydroxide which is base, red litmus turns blue, blue remains blue, phenolphthalein turns pink, methyl orange turns yellow. All these hydroxides are bases. KOH means potassium hydroxide, MgOH taken twice is magnesium hydroxide, NH4OH is ammonium hydroxide, CaOH taken twice is calcium hydroxide. Okay, so the change is similar: blue, blue, pink, yellow, blue, blue, pink, yellow. The change is same for all bases. So that's about the activity. Okay, now we shall do another small activity. So far we have discussed about indicator and how the samples change: red litmus to blue, blue litmus to red, phenolphthalein to pink, methyl orange to yellow, based on whether it is acid or base. Now we shall discuss something called as olfactory indicators. Olfactory indicators. Olfactory indicators are those indicators which show some change in the odor or smell for an acid or a base. For this, what you have to do is take a cover in which you are placing finely chopped onions. Along with onions, you are taking 2 clean cloth strips, preferably white, put it in the bag and keep it in the fridge overnight. So what will happen? The essence of the onion, it will be absorbed by the 2 cloth strips. Now what you do is add HCl to one, add NaOH to other cloth strip and you wash it. Okay, and see the smell. In case of acid, the smell remains as it is, whereas in case of base, the smell is destroyed. Okay, that's about it. Next, what you have to do is, in 2 test tubes, take clove oil. Again in 2 different test tubes, take vanilla essence. 2 test tubes take clove oil, in 2 other test tubes take vanilla essence. Now to this to one you add HCl, to another you add NaOH. Here also to one you add HCl, to another you add NaOH. When you add HCl, the clove oil smell remains as it is, whereas when you add NaOH, the smell is destroyed. Here also, when you are adding HCl to vanilla essence, the smell remains as it is, whereas when you add NaOH to vanilla essence, the smell is destroyed. So these 3 are called olfactory indicators, because they are showing some change in the smell or the odor. Okay, such indicators are called olfactory indicators. You can use onion, clove oil, vanilla essence as olfactory indicators. That's about today's class, children. We shall continue in the next class.